Mark the Mentor here, back with another video. In this video, we're going to have a conversation. Has the box truck business turned into a hustle rather than a profession? Has the box truck business, not the box truck game, has it turned into a hustle rather than a profession? And when I say hustle, I'm referring to more like gig work. Are people treating it like a gig rather than what it is? It's a profession. The trucking industry is an industry of high regard. And I just think that some people that have entered the game or the industry are treating it as a hustle instead of a profession. So let's talk about it. I got some bullet points that I'm going to go over, and we're going to discuss it. I'm going to shoot the video all the way through because so if you see me stumble or whatever, I collect my thoughts, just bear with me because I just really don't have time to edit it. So me and my friend were talking yesterday, and we were talking about this. So I said I'm gonna make a video about it. And I just think that a lot of the issues, or some of the issues that people are seeing and complaining about or don't like, are due to the fact that the professionalism of the industry is starting to go in a downward manner. I kind of understand why, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to talk about it. So 5 P's: proper preparation prevents poor performance. Remember that. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. If you prepare yourself properly, then you should be okay. All right. Mindset, getting into the industry. I think a lot of people that got into the industry didn't prepare properly because they were awarded a large lump sum of money. They jumped in short notice. They watched some YouTube videos and people told them all the good things, and they didn't tell them the bad things because they probably don't know the bad things because they haven't been in the game long enough, right? They only going to tell you the good things because they haven't met any adversity or they hadn't met any challenges yet. And then the challenges arose and everybody's scrambling. And when you scramble, you don't make sound decisions. But a good businessman is prepared for the challenges. All right. A lot of people didn't have a business plan. They just looked for something that they can do, that they didn't have to punch a clock, right? And this industry happened to be one of them. You know, the entry is easy. Yes, it costs money, and now the cost of entry is a little bit higher. Getting in is a little bit harder, but you know, whereas let's say you wanted to be a CDL driver, there's a barrier in between, which is trucking school. And when you go to trucking school, they teach you, you know, a lot of things about the trucking industry as far as the truck and all that stuff, but it does provide a certain level of professional training for you so that you can go out into the field and get hired on with some of these large trucking companies. Where is the box truck company, if you got the money to get your articles of incorporation, you got your money to get your MC, your BOC3, the insurance, the truck, whether you're renting or buying or leasing, whatever, you're up and ready to roll. Whether you got business training, you know how to conduct yourself as a business person or not. All right, so that's one. You know, mindset, having a business plan, knowing that when you're coming into this industry, you're coming in as a business owner. So you have to act like a business owner and be properly prepared for challenges. It's not going to be a smooth ride going up. You're going to have some times where you're going to go down. You're going to have some times where you're stagnant. You know, you have to be prepared for that. All right. And when those challenges do come, you can't panic and start carrying yourself like a gear. You can't turn it on and turn it off. If you really want to do this as a business person, then you can't turn it on and turn it off when things ain't going good. You got to continue to conduct yourself in a professional manner. And let's talk about professional business. This is a professional industry. You got to carry yourself in a professional manner. I see people coming in, and let's keep it all the way funky, man. You get your own truck, you right, you can do whatever you want, you paying for that truck, but when you walk in these warehouses, you should have your pants up, your pants should be sagging. When you go in and you talk to these people on the dock, all right, or when you calling in to When you plan a lowboy and you call these companies, you have to speak in an articulate manner. You speak in a professional manner. Don't talk like you off the street talking to one of your friends and talking to one of your homies. I had people hit me up for mentorship, people that message me, DM me, and they be like, man, what's up? This and cuz and man, Joe and all. Like, bro, listen, we can talk all that. You know what I'm saying? We can talk all that, but you know what? If we're conducting business, let's keep it business. Let's speak in a business tone. Let's speak with let's articulate ourselves as business people. I'm not going to talk to people when I'm conducting business like I'm talking to my friends or I'm like I'm on the street. Even when I do these videos, I speak very articulate. I don't curse in my videos because if I'm giving free knowledge on a skill set or a profession that I feel like I'm qualified to educate people on, I'm going to speak like an educator would speak. I'm going to speak to you like a teacher that's teaching your grade school children would speak to them, or your college professor would speak. So when you go into these warehouses, you go into these docks, you have to carry yourself as a professional. When you're making these phone calls for loads, you got to carry yourself as a professional. And I see that a lot of people, they're not, they just don't have that mindset. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that business mindset. And when you don't have that business mindset, it's hard to carry or treat your box trucking business as a business. So you have to put yourself in a business mindset. All right. Professional. Let's go into investing in your business instead of yourself. Investing in your business, my bad, instead of yourself. This is an issue I see. You know, a person who's trying to scale their business, they live, dream, eat, everything is based around the business. God first, then the business, then everything else. All right. So if you are getting into this industry, you have to understand it's going to come with a level of sacrifice. All right. And we're going to get into sacrifice. So investing in your business instead of yourself. So that means as you're making money, that money should be getting pumped back into the business. Yes, you're going to pay yourself, right? You're going to take care of your personal things, your rent, your car note, whatever, your light, your gas, your things of that nature. But when you're starting off, you need to be reinvesting back into that business, right? All right. Doesn't mean you get a box truck, you start a box truck, and after first, second check, you go out and buy you a Range Rover. Or you go out and you go on a shopping spree, or you take a trip. No. You should be investing back into your business wholeheartedly. If you plan on scaling, right, then you need to be investing back into the business, which leads us to the sacrifice. A lot of people are not willing to sacrifice. I hear people telling me they don't want to go over the road. They don't want to be too far from home. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. The industry has always been majority over the road. I think coming into the game, you got to deal with a certain level of sacrifice to get the perks of being able to pick and choose and do what you do or don't want to do. But I think if you're going to run your bag up, then you're going to have to do a lot of sacrifice. You can't be worried about what party going to be going on that you're going to miss. Or, man, if your girl going to go out and worry about if she going to cheat on you, if your husband going to cheat on you, or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, what they doing because you out on the road and you're out of touch with what's going on back at home. Man, that's a part of the profession. You're going to spend a lot of time on the road by yourself. And if you want to secure the bag and get to the bag, then those wheels need to be turning. And that's period. you have to invest back into the business. Invest into the business. Don't invest into yourself. Not right away. The rental game. Treat people's stuff the way you would want them to treat yours. All right. Yeah, you're going to run people's stuff into the ground because it's not yours. You're going to work it. If you're working it into the ground, that's one thing. But like I spoke on a live the other day, like if the truck needs to go in for maintenance, it needs to go in for maintenance. Why run somebody else's truck in the ground? That's making it bad for the next person who's trying to get into the game, or the person who's trying to get a rate, and the mileage keeps going up because these people keep having to spend X amount of dollars in maintenance that they wouldn't have to spend if people would treat the equipment and bring it in when it's supposed to be brought in to be maintenance. It's common sense, man. You know, treat people's stuff the way you would want your things to be treated. You feel me? And I think things would turn around, especially in the rental. I understand what the rental companies are going through. They have to they have to stretch that equipment because they don't have the privilege anymore to ordering thousands of units a year. So the equipment they have, the older equipment, they got to hold on to it a little bit longer now. So they have to preserve it. And if people keep running their stuff into the ground, then there's going to be less and less trucks out there to rent. And not everybody got the money to go spend $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 on a truck or the credit to finance one. Turning it on and turning it off. That's what you do with Uber, and that's what you do with Lyft. Those are gig-based jobs. The trucking industry is not a gig-based industry. It's a profession. So if you're going to get into this industry, right? If you're going to get into this industry, understand that it's a profession, right? You're going to have to, like, everything is not going to, like I say it all the time, it's not going to line up for you. You know, this is your business. So if you're a business owner, sometimes, most of the time, you got to go above and beyond for the business because no one else is going to do it for you. It's different when you punch in a clock. If you punch in a clock, right, everything is outlined for you. Someone tells you what to do. You do it. 5 o'clock, you punch out, you go home. It's not that sweet when you're running your own business. Sometimes you got to go above and beyond for the integrity of the business. Sometimes you got to go above and beyond so that the business can continue to scale and profit and grow. Nobody's going to work for your business as hard as you are. And if you're an independent owner operator, it's just you and your truck, then you got to put that work in. Because if you don't put it in, no one else is going to put it in for you. You're an independent owner operator. Independent. No one's going to motivate you. No one's going to push you to be successful. Okay? You got to do that on your own. This is a profession. It's not a hustle. This is not a gig-based industry. Treat it as a profession.
True story, new story, 2-story condo, being